Red pill's obsession with female fertility is weird and gross. I guess. Yeah, you're right. Although that is a certain point. I was at a bar the other day. It's funny because I was just at a bar the other day and the last thing I was saying. But I was at a bar the other day and this girl I know broke down crying next to me. She was fucked up, like she was drunk. Broke down crying next to me, and I know her, I kind of know her, and I was kind of with her, sorta, not in that way, but I was there with her, talking to her, because we had bar hopped to the next place. This woman broke down crying because she can't have kids, and no man men want to have kids. That's the whole point. If you didn't want to have kids, there'd be no point in getting married. So yeah, maybe the obsession is weird, but like, I don't know, man. Being fertile is kind of a qualifier on both sides. Never seen people who have problems with fertility. Like, that's a huge... Whole marriages break down over fertility problems. That is a real thing. That is not something you can just disregard like it doesn't exist. Whole marriages have broken down because people have fertility problems. This person says, everyone ages, so does the reproductive organs of both sexes. Right, but if I'm a 30-year-old man and I have no kids, I want... And if that's valuable to me, having kids is valuable to me, I want a woman who's fertile. I don't want a woman who is close to the wall, as they say. That's real. Close to her biological clock being ticked out. So yeah, I can identify with that. I can agree with that. The obsession of it is a little over the top. All of Andrew Tate, that shit's old news. The idea of a submissive woman is gross to me. Incellers and red pillars alike talk about Asian women a lot and how submissive they are. A small woman that lives in the kitchen and has a meager voice and lets you walk all over her, basically a pet. I want a woman with her own personality and dreams and ideas, and I forget to pick up a cup of milk from the grocery store, start a house fire in the kitchen. I don't know what this guy's talking about. I deserve backlash for some of those dumb things I did. I want a partner, but most important, a friend, not a fucking mate. Okay, let's start. Let me check my camera real quick and see where I'm at on my recording limit. Hold on. Sorry about that. I had to put a new battery in my camera. If you're actually watching, I'm just talking shit. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just shooting the shit. Looking at this Exredpill shit. Okay, yeah. It seems like this guy doesn't know what the difference between a submissive woman and a doormat is. Yeah, you don't want a woman who's a doormat, but it's funny because I saw this one video on TikTok where Andrew Tate was saying something along the effects of you need to be able to tell your woman to shut the fuck up at any time and she shut the fuck up. That's very true. It sounds harsh, but it's true. Sometimes, like he was saying, basically, I'm in this restaurant. I'm in this restaurant. And these three guys hop out of a blacked out Audi. And they come in, they skip everybody in the line. These big ass dudes. And I'm with my girl and she starts to say something and I tell her to shut the fuck up. And this other guy's with his girl and she starts bumping bumping her gums. And one of the guys turns around and knocks this girl out. God damn, that's funny. And yeah, that's real, bro. Like, yeah, you do need to tell your girl to shut the fuck up, but you don't want a girl who's a doormat. Yeah, you want her to challenge, but I think what a lot of people are saying when they say they want a submissive woman is they want a woman who follows their lead, as quote, God made man to lead woman. That does not mean a woman needs to be a fucking doormat. That's not the same thing. Those are two completely different ideas. Submission doesn't mean the woman just goes with what you say. It means that she gets in line with your ideas and she follows your lead as the man. But and I was having a conversation about this the other day. Some of you don't deserve a submissive woman because y'all ain't taking care of shit. So, some people don't deserve a submitted woman because you're not leading as the man. You're not taking care of man shit. You ain't paying the bills. You ain't doing anything anyway. So some of y'all don't deserve a submitted woman. And that's something that a lot of people don't want to say. Let's go to the next post. All Red Pill has taught me was to hate women, and I couldn't live without constant negativity in my life. All they talk about is how evil women are and how that's not necessarily true. I guess it depends on where you're getting your hit of Red Pill content from. Red pill taught me to be a dick towards women and treat them like objects, which really fucked with my head. I'm learning to see women as human beings, which is how it should be, right? Living in harmony and treating right. Yeah, you should treat women as human beings, but a lot of us men are nice guys, and being a nice guy is just as bad as being a piece of shit, because you're being nice to a woman because you want her to fuck you. So, in my eyes, a lot of red pillars basically, there's a certain way to treat a woman to have her respect you and you respect her, but not be a nice guy and be just being nice to this woman because you want her to fuck you. You know what I mean? There's distinctions here. Reminder, just because you have some fucked up experience doesn't mean you need to go red pill, right? I think a lot of people go red pill because they don't know where else to go. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to do it. They don't know how to deal with a woman, how to handle a woman. They don't understand. The red pill has a lot of valid points. Female nature is a thing. And if you really go find a red piller who isn't a red pill creator, who isn't just crazy, like, a lot of women will agree with you on certain things. Like, I was talking to a girl the other night and I was telling her like how it is attractive when a woman sees a man taking care of shit. Just when a problem comes up, you know, women like it when you're competent, bro. Like, women don't like men who are indecisive. Indecision is a turnoff to a woman. You at that point, she might as well go fuck another woman. If you're indecisive, you're not confident, you don't make decisions, you don't handle business, she might as well go date a woman. Yeah, just because you had a negative experience doesn't mean go red pill, but people naturally go to somewhere that makes them feel better when they've had their heart broken. So that's valid. You don't have to go red pill. All of these groups, this post is too long, I'm not reading it. Women peak at 18, men peak at 50. Bring that gap down. It is a little creepy to think of an 18-year-old fucking a 50-year-old man, but I mean, I think what this means is an 18-year-old girl is going to look the best she's ever going to look probably at 18. Most women, let's be realistic, y'all going to look the best you're going to look at 18. Let's just call a spade a spade. Y'all going to look the best at 18 that you ever going to look. Max 27, 28 is when they say women hit their peak, I think. Some women say that. Heard a lot of women tell me at 30 they feel like they're in their prime, but take that with a grain of salt. At 50, a man does hit his financial stride, where at 50, you should be making good money. You should be moving close to making six figures if you're in any kind of real career. So yeah, that's facts, but that doesn't mean an 18-year-old woman needs to be looking for 50-year-old dudes. My red pill friend got a bitter taste of reality. I had a friend who went deep into the red pill rabbit hole after I showed him some YouTuber whom I thought was a level-headed individual. Big mistake. Well, all my friend ever talks about is pumping and dumping females for the sole purpose of sex. Particularly, he started talking to some girl last week on Bumble who agreed to go on a date with him. He told him all his friends, including me, who's going to destroy her in bed like all the pornos. Well, she did go on a date with him and made him pay for drinks and food well over 100. As soon as they reached the place, she called for an Uber and texted hours later saying that he wasn't her type. He's now going through a mini depression and blah, blah, blah. Moral of the story, don't take red pill to the extreme or hurt yourself. It was $200. That's why he's so enraged. Yeah, I mean, like, bro, dating costs money, women cost money. Not every woman's going to want to fuck you. This is facts. Seems like this guy, like, it's almost like you went ahead and watched a whole bunch of videos on something and then you tried to put it in play thinking it was going to work and you realize you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Red pill is ruining men. I used to passively listen to red pill content. AMS, Kevin Samuel, Steph is Cold, and FNF. I don't know who that is. For about a year and a half, I had a friend who broke up with his girl about the same time. He was a good dude, but like most young men in his day and age, he was hurt and angry. I recommended AMS and some other red pill content creators because I thought that would help him out. Well, he went full red pill and is now borderline misogynistic. He had a good girl he was seeing not too long ago, but he humiliated her for not giving him sex and broke up with him. Every time we talk, he always complains about her and her church calling the men who go there simps. I'm writing this because dudes who need serious help or even being toxic or being given toxic advice on the internet, and is creating a pandemic of angry lost boys who are trying to use sex to compensate for their ego. This true. I mean, having a whole bunch of sex don't really do nothing for you. And it is weird to see like dudes whose whole personality is just red pill. All they do is talk about the red pill. They don't talk about anything else. All they talk about is red pill, red pill, red pill. Women are trash. Women are trash. Red pill, red pill. Women are trash. Women are this. Women are that. Red pill, red pill, red pill, red pill. Yeah, that is kind of fucked. You know what I mean? Like, don't nobody want to hear all that shit all the fucking time. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to hear that. And then you turn around and go try to do some of that shit, and you realize you're just a stupid dumbass. Valid. I know this is a long video. I'm just talking shit. This guy didn't put a TLDR. This is a good one. Just a rant. I really hate Kevin Samuels. I never took him seriously, but the more I see videos of him disrespecting women, and the more I think this guy is just a jackass. Rest in peace to the Godfather. A lot of women that come on are pretty undesirable, but that's the thing. He's only has crappy black women on his channel. He obviously is trying to portray black women as the scum of the earth. It's easy for him to shit on these women, and anybody could. It's possible these women go on his YouTube channel on purpose, blah, blah, blah. Then he tries to look all cool and smart, collect wearing suits, considering playing music in the background like he's some big-time player. Yeah, it's kind of funny to see him roast these undesirable women, but you can't just pick on certain women all the time and expect me to think you're legit. Okay. Like I said before, a lot of people don't acknowledge that Kevin Samuels used to roast on men the same way. It just wasn't as good content. And let's be realistic, man. A lot of women, their expectations and what's the word I'm looking for? Their expectations and reality. Reality is here, and their expectations is like all the way up here. So let's be realistic. Yeah, a lot of women's expectations versus reality is fucked up. And those are the kind of women, a lot of the women who came on his show, he mirrored the energy they gave him. So if they came on being a bitch, he was an asshole. If they came on being nice, he was nice. A lot of them were like fives looking for a dude. Like they want the complete package of a man. And a lot of women are like this today. They want the complete package of a man. And they themselves don't deserve anything but average. And that's a realistic thing. He tries to look cool and smart wearing suits. The nigga had some good style. Let's be realistic. He was a good looking dude. No homo. But he had great style. Also, I don't think it's fair for, I don't know if this person's black or white, but white people to talk about problems within the black community. So you don't know what problems the black community has. So that's not even really fair for you to speak on. I don't know if this person is black or white.